AFR On Demand is brought to you by Breck Golf. Try Beaver Creek today, just 20 minutes from downtown Baton Rouge in the Zachary area. They've got a PGA Tour driving range, a short game practice area, 30 to 40-yard practice shots. It's a great place to chip and putt and practice if you don't have time for a full round. Book your tee time today, golf.breck.org, golf.breck.org.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria. Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios.
That's right.
You can't handle the
Riot Radio Hour.
Let's do that again. Guess who's back?
Please, sir. I want some more.
The Riot Radio Hour.
Well, let's start the insanity.
Giddy up.
ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
Hour 3 off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. I'm Matt.
This is Shaq O'Neal, and I hate Matt.
Paul O'Neal.
They're chanting Paul O'Neal's name.
Musu. Glad you are as well. 5 o'clock quitting time. Glad you're driving home with us, you, bruh. The Southeastern Conference today officially expanded by 2 members. Texas and Oklahoma have formally accepted their invitation to the Southeastern Conference. It is official. July 1st, 2025, Texas and OU will be members of the SEC. However, I think we all agree that the Big 12 is going to absolutely implode before that date, and Texas and Oklahoma will be in the SEC maybe as early as next fall. Do you like adding Texas and Oklahoma?
Oh, I think it's great. I mean, I think you're adding 2 awesome schools, athletic schools, sports schools. You know, you look at Texas, and look, they compete in every sport. They're really good in basketball, baseball, football, pretty good as well. Flagship school in the state. Tons of money, going to bring a lot to the conference. And then Oklahoma, really, really good football school. I mean, look at their track record the last 10, 15 years in football. So, I mean, to have these 2 teams in the conference, I think, is awesome. And my question is, who's next? Let's grab a couple more, Matt.
So you're all about giant mega conference.
Yeah, man. I think you go get Ohio State, go get Michigan, go get Florida State. You know, go get all these guys. Let's do it. Let's get 20 of the best schools. And go from there.
Well, I mean, I think it's going to happen. I mean, I think you're going to have mega conferences. I think you already have the first now with the SEC. I think the only real interesting question is what happens to the remaining Big 12 schools.
Who are the schools that would be of interest in the Big 12?
Oklahoma State, Baylor, TCU, Kansas State, Texas Tech, those.
Oklahoma State's okay.
Maybe they might be of value to the Pac-12. I don't think academically the Big Ten would admit them. I think West Virginia could be a fit in the ACC potentially.
What are they in right now?
West Virginia's in the Big 12.
And they're in the Big 12?
Yeah. When the Big East folded, they joined the Big 12. They were extended admission to the Big 12. So I don't know what they'll do next. I mean, they could join the ACC and sort of rekindle their rivalry with Pitt. So, I mean, people know my feelings on this by now. It's an inevitability, and I think it's going to be a great thing. The thing that I get pushback on some is, well, what happens to rivalries? And I'm not going to say I don't care about rivalries, because they're great, sure. But it's less about a rivalry and more about watching a quality product on the field where you're playing big games that mean something. I mean, you could tell me all you want about the Deep South's oldest rivalry with Auburn and Georgia, but what about Pitt and West Virginia? That's a great long-standing rivalry. Nobody gives a damn about that because the games don't mean anything.
No.
So when Notre Dame played in Athens a couple of years ago, that was as awesome an environment as you could see in college football. Like, that was what makes college football awesome. What we saw in Athens a couple of years ago when Notre Dame went and played down there. That was a better game, better environment than Auburn, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't matter about a rivalry. Like, you're holding on to some nostalgia. Do you know who LSU's oldest rival is in football? Who they played more than anybody else? It's Mississippi State. Do you care about LSU playing Mississippi State every year?
I don't.
But you're letting go of your oldest rival. Ain't what it's about, man. Like, give me meaningful games. We've already, we have proven. Are people pumped to watch LSU play UCLA week 1?
Mm-hmm.
They're not a rival.
No.
Were LSU fans pumped to go to Lambeau Field to play against Wisconsin in Green Bay in 2016? Hell yeah, they were. 30,000 people made the trip. Why? Because it was cool. It was a great game that people were excited to see. Now, the results sucked. But people romanticize rivalries. Like, that's the thing that makes college football great. To hell with that. What makes college football great is you wrap yourself in your school colors and you get to cheer them on in meaningful games against other good programs. Like, LSU and Texas A&M weren't a long-standing rivalry, but that 7 overtime game sure as hell kickstarted your give a damn about that game. I mean, LSU and Tulane used to be a rivalry. You know what's happened in the last 50 years? We've all moved on. Do you care about LSU any less today than you did 50 years ago if you're that old because they don't play Tulane anymore? No. Play meaningful games. That's what matters more in college football. And then the other thing that I get all the time from people is, well, what happens to the... God bless, I love Jacques, and Jacques tweeted about this the other day. What happens to the small school who is, it's a 1 in a million, but the off chance on a given Saturday where they pull an upset? So I'm supposed to structure the entirety of college football around the possibility that once every quarter century Appalachian State might beat Michigan. No, thank you. No, thanks. I don't need to see games that have 4 and 5 touchdown point spreads. I don't need to see. And by the way, the what's going to happen to the group of 5 crowd, first of all, I don't care what happens to the group of 5. They're going to keep playing football, and they'll go play in their own little league wherever they do, and I don't care. But it's not LSU or any Power 5's job to fund your athletic department. How about you do what every other entity in the world does, which is exist on a budget based on what you make? Don't pay coaches millions of dollars. Don't build gigantic facilities you can't afford. Don't fly on a charter when riding on a bus is more economical. Live within your means. Mm-hmm. Like any human or business, any self-sustaining business should do. Operate within your means. Why is that hard? Those programs aren't going away. Like, McNeese isn't going to stop playing football. ULL isn't going to stop playing football. They're just not going to collect 7-figure checks anymore. Hopefully soon. To get their ass kicked by a big boy in a game nobody wants to see, but we've been force-fed forever and told this is just how the scheduling has to go. Oh, we need a week off. But what? Let guys get rest. How about play? I would rather you play one less game and actually have a week off than have to sit and watch that trash. Watch LSU put up 63 on Idaho.
Who's next?
What do you mean, who's next?
Like, who else is going to join?
I don't know.
You know, like who would be targets that you would like to see? Obviously, Texas is one. Oklahoma, obviously. Geographically, is there anybody in the region? Like Clemson?
What's going to happen is we're going to have – it's not going to be conferences like you know it. There's going to be a self-sustaining college football league. It's not going to be the SEC and the Big 12 or the ACC. Like, we're heading to a structure where the best teams collectively come together to form a league and sell their rights like the NFL does. It's not the SEC has a rights deal and the ACC has a rights deal and the Big Ten has a rights deal. It's going to be an invite-only premium college football league where they all collectively then sell their rights. And if you have the top 60 programs in college football, or if it's 40 or 50, whatever it may be, that's going to generate a higher price point than the NFL will. Because you're going to be talking about literally every market in the entire country because every school has alumni everywhere and they're going to want to see their team.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about it. And take your rivalries and kick rocks. I mean, if you can continue to play rivalry games, great. But if having an actual, like, equitable schedule that's good for everybody, if that's what happens, if that's what's a result of this, where we get to see more meaningful games and less garbage that nobody cares about, give me that. Always. Give me that. All right, it's after further review. Stick around.
AFR.
Brought to you by Ichiban. Need dinner plans tonight. Essen near Perkins airline. Not airline. Excuse me. Essen near Perkins voted by you the best sushi and best hibachi in the best of 225 awards. Best sushi in Baton Rouge is Ichiban. And from our friends at Ichiban, their newest concept is Boru Ramen in Electric Depot on Government Street. Boru Ramen, of course, authentic Japanese ramen. You've been hearing me tell you about Boru for months now. It's a great spot. Live music on the weekend, so get on by tonight or tomorrow. Even if it's raining, they've got all-weather patio dining as well, so you can enjoy a meal outdoors and not either sweat or get wet at Boru Ramen in Electric Depot on Government Street. Top shelf booze. They've got great craft beer as well, and they're connected to the Sweet Society Dessert Shop, so just walk down the hall and have your awesome dessert as well, your authentic Japanese dessert at the Sweet Society Dessert Shop. Make a date night of it. Bring the family out to Boru Ramen. Try something new. Try Boru in Electric Depot.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
All right, rolling along here on a Friday, wrapping up the show with Ask Ryan about 30 minutes from right now. Glad to have you hanging out with us here. The Terriers went on vacation last week. I'm dying to hear how vacation went. I understand it was pretty good. We'll get that answer in a minute. Right now, Muso has Tigers in the Pros.
Tigers in the Pros. They still bleed purple and gold. They're just really rich now. Presented by Kentucky's Best Hemp. Find them online at kysbesthemp.com.
NBA draft last night. Cam Thomas, 27th overall to the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, he was.
Trendon Watford, undrafted, but signs a two-way deal with the Portland Trail Blazers.
That a baby.
Javonte Smart, also undrafted, but signs a deal with the Miami Heat.
Do you like, do you think Trendon and Javonte make it in the NBA?
I think Trendon does.
Yeah, me too. Somebody tweeted me and was like, how did Javonte not get drafted? I mean,
he's just kind of one-dimensional for me. Not kind of. I think he just kind of is. He's a good player.
His jump shot is flat-footed.
He shoots a flat-footed jump shot.
And he shoots it from his chest.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be wide open in the NBA to make that. Yeah. It's tough. I think he'll have a long career overseas.
Yeah. Make some money. I think Trendon's got a shot, though, man. I really do.
I do, too.
Minor League Baseball, Daniel Cabrera last night, 3 for 5, 2 doubles, 13 on the season now for Daniel.
How about your boy?
2 runs scored, 233 average, 5 homers, 42 RBI so far with West Michigan for the season.
What level's he in?
IA.
IA?
It's a tough first year. High High A is a tough league to start in the beginning, like for the first. That's where all the pitching prospects go. It's like all the big arms, young guys that really don't know where the ball's going but throw a billion, go to High A.
Sounds like Daniel's doing good, though.
Oh, he's doing okay.
He's been talking to the pros all the time.
I sent him a text the other day saying, get off your butt, let's go, it's time. He had a couple guys that got called up on his team to AAA about a month and a half ago. And he was actually hitting better than both of the guys that got called up. He was leading the team in hitting.
Yeah, it's fun. We're talking about it.
Inevitably, you get a little like, why didn't I get called up?
Yeah.
And then Zach Watson. Zach Watson got called up a couple weeks ago. He's in Double-A. 1 for 3 last night with a home run.
Look at those uniforms.
They're terrible.
Is that the worst uniform you've ever seen in minor league baseball?
That's close. That's horrible.
That's their actual uniform. That's not like a promo uniform that they do for games where they wear like cartoon characters on their jerseys.
The wide stripe goes halfway down the leg and stops at the knee.
That's terrible, man.
Hey, when you were in minor league baseball, did you? I mean, I'm sure you had some awful uniforms times. Like, did you ever just like look at the uniform and go, "Oh my god"?
Maybe I was just lucky, but we didn't do any of that stuff.
Really, never.
The Cubs didn't really. I played for the West Tennessee Diamond Jacks.
Okay.
Their uniforms, I mean, the I guess mascot would be a little quirky, but then my high A team was the Daytona Cubs, so we had Cubs uniforms. Then when I was in AAA, it was the Iowa Cubs.
Yeah.
So we were the Cubs.
Go with the Cubs. So y'all just always had like Cubs unis.
Yeah.
Dude, there was a time, I don't know why this just popped in my mind when Bregman was in AAA, because that's when he was still coming on the show regularly. And he was in Fresno. Does that sound right?
Yeah, there's a team in Fresno.
And they did like a mariachi night. And their uniform, do you remember this?
I don't know, but that's awesome.
Their uniforms
that's pretty cool.
Were like a mariachi.
That's so good.
Like if you're wearing a tuxedo t-shirt, but mariachi baseball uniform.
That's not good.
Dude, it was not. It's
just one night, though.
It was really, but bro.
This is every game for Zach Watson, and it looks comical.
There's something to be said for like look good, play good.
Yeah.
That's bad, bro.
Zach Watson, 1 for 3 last night with a home run. It's his second since joining in Double-A ball. 226, the 2 homers, 5 RBI so far since the call-up.
Okay.
That's Tigers and Pros.
Presented by...
Go ahead.
KYSBestHemp.com. KYSBestHemp.com. Kentucky's Best Hemp. Use the promo code AFR30. That's AFR30 to save 30% off your order. Of course, all natural CBD. They've got the hemp, oil, salve, gummies, little orange slices as well. The doggy treats. Your dog. Dog's got like arthritic hips or something like that. Help them out. Kentucky's Best Hemp. Again, promo code AFR30 to save 30% off your order. What were you going to say there?
He's a step away, Zach Watson.
So he's in AAA now.
Double-A. But they call guys up from Double-A.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How common is that?
Pretty common that you get called up from Double-A. I mean, AAA is kind of like the holding pattern. They sometimes call it, 4A, like you're not good enough to be in the big leagues, but you're, better than AAA. But Double-A, I mean, that's where they send the prospects, and, if you do well there, that's what I tell kids all the time. You have a couple good months in Double-A, you're going to the big leagues. And that's how that works.
We've been talking about it a little throughout the year. Guys that you think get called up this year. I've said Pat. Do you agree with Papirski? I think he's going to get a late call up this year.
I do. I think he gets a September call up. I think when rosters expand, he'll get an opportunity. He's actually played really good this year. This has been his best offensive year.
He's hitting 300.
Yeah, thanks to the hit doctor.
Who's that?
Got married, stayed in Baton Rouge, trained with the hit doctor. No big deal.
That a boy.
You know what else he did too? He would go to my house and pick up Houston Terrio and help him with his catching.
Oh,
he did that.
Look at that guy.
See, I'm pulling for Pap.
What a guy.
He's a guy.
Nice guy. Mm-hmm. Who else?
Kramer.
In Kramer?
Maybe.
Kramer's in AAA.
Yep. I think Kramer's got a shot. Dykeman. This trade really, I think, helps him.
So Dykeman goes to the Cubs, and we've been talking about Cam Sanders too.
So Cam as well. Cam's throwing the ball well. Lang has been up and down, so I guess.
Yeah, he's been up, though. I'm talking about, first call-up.
First call-up?
Yeah. Anybody else we're missing?
Where's Jake Slaughter?
Jake Slaughter is now in high A ball. He got sent down from Double-A. Parker Buck, somebody we've talked about recently, Matt, with the Marlins. He's had a really nice year in AAA.
Really?
Mm.
He's got a shot. I think most impactful would eventually out of the group that we just talked about, it's going to end up being Kramer, believe it or not.
With St. Louis.
St. Louis.
Why?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
He's so versatile. He's got that speed tool that you really can't teach. He can run, he can defend, he can play infield and outfield, and he handles the bat well. I think, and in St. Louis, they appreciate that, their approach to hitting. Actually, it's funny, we mentioned Matt Holliday earlier, but he and I were talking about that. He had talked with the St. Louis hitting coaches and the manager kind of about their offensive philosophy and how they were changing that. And Kramer, he's a guy that puts the ball in play and gets on base. And I think he'll get a shot.
Okay. It's really interesting. All right, it's after further review. Terrio is one of – go ahead.
Coming out of the draft, I didn't think that for him, though.
For Kramer?
Mm-hmm.
Why? I
don't know. I just didn't. But he's turned himself into a nice player.
Terrio's went on vacation last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Went to the beach?
Wednesday, we just left. Packed it up and left.
This is one of the more, I'm not surprised because of just the general spontaneous nature of your family. But what amazed me is, okay, when we do our family vacation, every summer we go on family vacation.
Yeah.
It's Erica's family, her sisters, their husbands, kids, their parents, all that stuff. It's 13 of us ago.
Mm-hmm.
This year we went to Tennessee, the mountains, saw some bears.
You did. Saw the video.
Went zip line and all that stuff. Well, we booked that vacation in February? Probably February. Usually around the holidays, we start talking about where we're going to go, what we're going to do. We're going to start looking, and then we book, January, February. Bro, y'all just picked up on a Wednesday and drove to the beach and found a place to stay.
Yeah. I don't like the planning thing. I think for my entire life, I had an itinerary and a plan and a schedule, and that's what you follow, and you got to be there and blah, blah, blah. So I don't like that now at all. But I wanted to go. The kids wanted to go. Family wanted to go. So, yeah, so we loaded the truck up and just started driving. Houston actually asked me when we got in the truck, he's like, Dad, where are we going? I said, east. He goes, I like that.
Can I come next year?
And just, yeah.
I just want to be a part. I don't need to participate in anything. I just want to be along for the ride.
Yeah. So
just to be just to watch how, I won't say a word, just to watch how all that unfolds.
Yeah. And so it was good. I mean, we stopped before we got to the beach. They had a place the kids wanted to stop or whatever, and I thought it'd be pretty cool. So we did. They had a casino in the area. I ended up,
like Biloxi,
paying for the trip with the casino.
Atta boy.
Great. And then we got back in the truck and we just started going. Well, I had nowhere to stay. Well, I didn't realize everything was going to be booked up.
You didn't realize that everything was going to be booked up.
Everything.
Yeah.
And so, had to lean on a friend, but it ended up all working out.
So wait, do you start calling resorts? What are you doing?
So we Googled everything and there was nothing available.
Nothing.
It's
all, yeah.
Airbnb, no. Any of the resorts, call them directly, nothing.
Yeah, it's July at the beach.
The vacation house rentals thing, VB, whatever.
VRBO.
Okay, nothing. And so so we're 2 hours away from the beach. This is crunch time at this point. What do you do? And so then I started calling, all my rich friends that may or may not have a beach house. Hey man, you got a beach house? No, I don't. Hey man, you got a yeah, I do actually, but it's when do you need it?
Right now, maybe in a couple hours.
That's what I said. 2 hours. Okay, well, can't help you there. And but it's nice to have good friends because actually one of our mutual friends knew a guy.
He knew a guy,
and we ended up in penthouse in one of the resorts, and it just all worked out. So it was good. Definitely flying by the seat of my pants.
I love that, by the way. I love that story.
Yeah, I was a little concerned. Truthfully, I was a little worried. I wasn't worried until we started south toward the beach, and I didn't have anywhere to stay. And it was kind of
you got that far?
Oh yeah.
Like you're exiting the interstate and now you start going like 25 through the little towns to get down to the coast.
Correct.
Yeah.
And we didn't have anywhere to go yet. Jonna was pissed. Because she had a place and she was going to book. I wouldn't let her.
When?
A couple weeks before. I'm like, no. That's not how we're going to do this.
We're just going to start driving.
We're just going to go.
What would you have done?
I would have kept going east. That's what I would have done.
You'd have just kept driving until you found something.
That was my plan. And it was expensive. Like they don't cut you any breaks when you rent the place 2 hours before you check in.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Well, you think they actually might because otherwise it's empty. I mean, you would think,
You would hope.
But they didn't.
They didn't.
Oh.
But it was fun. And we had a good time. Built a nice sandcastle. That was good.
That was good.
Got some good sun.
When was the last time you were at the beach?
Oh, it's been a couple years.
How many?
Like 3.
You've taken the kids to the beach before?
No. This is like for baseball.
Yeah. So this is the first time that the Terrio family went to the beach?
No. The year I retired, we went to Destin. The whole family thing you're talking about. Rented a big giant house.
2012.
It's been a while. That was just a vacation. Yep. But everything else is, tournaments and ball and soccer and baseball and this and that. And so, if the beach is there, we'll go to the beach. If it's Jackson, Mississippi, you go to the Waffle House.
I love Waffle House, by the way.
do too.
Do you love Waffle House?
I do.
What's your order? What's your go-to?
It's going to be weird, but I love the hash browns at Waffle House.
So, no, that's not weird at all.
So
How do you get them?
So, just regular.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I go smothered and covered. Muse, what's your go-to at Waffle House? You have an order?
All-Star. Just crush it. But, hash
What are you,
browns.
12? I like the sandwich, too.
Whoa.
I like the sandwich.
Oh, the bacon one, whatever it is?
Bacon, egg, and cheese.
That thing is pretty good.
I go bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, hash browns smothered and covered, and
What's smothered and covered, though?
that's cheese and onions.
Yeah. You don't get chunked? No ham in there? Oh, man, you got to get the ham,
And
too.
What do you say? Chunked?
chunked.
Smothered, covered, and chunked. It's the onions, cheese, and ham chunks.
I don't get the ham. I don't
So
go chunked.
good.
I just go smothered and covered.
I'm going to try that.
Smothered and covered, which is onions and cheese. And then I also get a waffle,
Duh.
and I get coffee and a chocolate milk.
Jeez.
Do you get anything in the waffle or just plain waffle? Like chocolate chips or
Oh, no,
pecans?
no,
just plain waffle?
Yeah, plain
Okay.
waffle. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I like the chocolate chip waffles.
And then
God, I love Waffle House.
and then I'll
So
look
good.
and then I'll look at my watch and it's 2:58 a.m.
It's accurate.
It's so good. They opened one right by Traction.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
You like me some Waffle House. Paulie, what's your Waffle House go-to order over there? You have one?
I'm with Musso. I go All-Star. Get a little bit of everything.
What do you think about that?
I expected Paulie to be a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're the same. Them
Yeah,
too.
they are.
But that. All right. It's after further review. Stick around.
AFR.
Brought to you by Clegg's Nursery. Buy local, shop local at Clegg's Nursery. You came over to my house a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Did you get bit by any mosquitoes?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Right there on the water, too.
You want to know why that is? Spartan Mosquito Eradicator. You know where you get it?
Clegg's.
Got it?
I got one at my house.
Did you?
Mhm.
I bet you know mosquitoes at your house. 90 days at a time, knocks them out. Pretty easy, too. It's like the size of a track baton.
Yeah.
Take the top off, fill it with water, some granules in there, shake it up, hang it on your property line. You're done with mosquitoes 90 days at a time. It's like $30.
It's worth it.
It's worth it. It's the Spartan Mosquito Eradicator. It's at Clegg's Nursery. If you have mosquitoes, don't. Go to Clegg's, any of the 4 locations in the greater Baton Rouge area. Buy local, shop local. Tell them I sent you to Clegg's Nursery.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
I rolled through the 5 o'clock hour. Glad to have you hanging out with us here. Special day at Casa de Scone.
What's today?
Today's Erica's birthday. Do you mind if I take a personal liberty and win some brownie points?
Let's do it.
All right, Muse. Let's call my bride. You've known Erica a long time. We gonna you can do it. You can do it on the air, Muse. Yeah, go ahead. That's good. You've known her longer than I have, actually. Are you gonna sing?
Are you gonna sing?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. What should I do? Should I sing or should I just say happy birthday?
I think we should just start singing together. I think Musso should
Moose,
sing
are you
too.
gonna sing? Paul, you gonna sing with?
Sure.
Okay.
Don't say anything. Just go right into it.
Okay, I like that idea. That's a really good idea. I think if she answers. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna count. Are we gonna start on 3? Or are we gonna start? Is it 1, 2, 3 start or 1, 2 start?
I'm going when you go.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Yeah, when you go. Does she check her voicemail?
So we're calling the landline at the house because my assumption is that Drew would be on her cell phone, would be playing games on her phone, and he would just hang up.
Do you guys have an old school answer machine?
No, we don't.
That records it with
So
the
now
cassette?
I'm thinking, I don't know what they're doing. They might be outside now. I'm thinking they're probably outside.
Let's call the other phone.
Okay, let's call her cell. Do you have the cell?
Mm-mm. No, I don't think so.
All right, Terrio, talk for a second.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have this. Okay, so we got some big trades this week. Some big trades. Got some people going to L.A. Got Max Scherzer.
What are you doing?
Trey Turner both going to the Dodgers. Big get for L.A., by the way. Trey Turner, in my opinion, is a sneaky great trade. But also, you got Russ Westbrook going to L.A., so my question is...
Terrible.
Do they both ride in the same private jet to L.A.? Max Scherzer, Trey Turner, or all three? And Russ Westbrook get a PJ and all go to L.A. together. Which could happen.
Hello?
Hey, call me back on the house. I was outside.
Okay, you want us to call you back on the landline?
Yeah.
All right, call her back on the landline. Yeah. This is, sometimes you have ideas and
Sometimes it works, sometimes
and you
it doesn't.
think it's going to be really good. And sometimes it is. Like Ryan's letter was really... And now she's not answering. What is she doing?
Hello?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Erica.
Oh.
Happy birthday to you.
Y'all sound
That's right.
dynamite. My gosh.
Harmonizing.
My wife is tone deaf, by the way.
Boys to men.
I think y'all sound like a little barbershop band or something.
That would be a barbershop quartet. And we actually are a quartet, the four of us here.
Yeah.
We might have harmonized on maybe add note throughout that.
Oh, I thought it sounded awesome.
Well, glad. How was your day?
It was fantastic. I just got home from the best mani-pedi ever. Thank you, Matt. So sweet. Tough guy Matt had flowers delivered to my work with a gift card for a mani-pedi in the flowers, everyone.
And then sang to her on air.
Who would have thought, you know?
Happy birthday, Erica.
Thanks, Ryan. It's been fantastic. My nails are gorgeous, too. I got them dipped so they'll stay a long
What color?
time.
What color are they?
Oh, I would say a watermelon pink. Very pretty.
I love that.
Pretty, yeah.
Yeah.
Toes the
Kind of-
same?
kind of
Matching?
bright. Oh, yeah, of course. They have to match.
Duh, Ryan.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thanks, guys. I was outside checking the mail, actually. And I came in and heard the landline ringing, but I was too late to get to it.
Because we have a landline at our
Yeah.
house.
Because everyone should have a landline, y'all.
Well-
It's like $10 a month. No big deal.
Or you could spend the $10, just burn it in a fire because that would be just as beneficial
Hey,
as
it's my
spending.
birthday. You have to be so nice to me all day.
Oh, you mean like, would you want to? I mean, I feel like I have been nice to you.
You
today.
have, but you can't like make fun of my landline right now.
Okay.
How's the dial-up internet over there at the Moscone?
Dial-up is running really fast today. Whenever like the AOL modem is gone today, all day long, that AOL is like on fire today.
Love that.
Actually, no, I worked all day on my birthday. I worked all day, and then I left and went to get the mani-pedi. And I had to bring my roses into the mani-pedi shop because I didn't want to leave them out in the 120-degree weather.
Show off.
So I walk in with, like, roses. The guy, I'm like, hey, it's my birthday. Not that I want all this attention, you know. I'm like, can I just put these at the register until we're done? I don't want them to die in the car. So,
you have a $10 bill pinned to your shirt. Have you ever seen that?
Me?
Did you ever do that?
A $10 bill pinned to your shirt? Why would you do that?
Erica, do you remember, like, when we were in middle school, the kids would have their birthday, they would pin money to their shirt?
No.
You don't remember that?
No.
Oh, man.
At school?
Wait, Paul, you remember that? Wait, Paul, what is that,
That's
Paul?
a thing.
I never did it, but it's basically the same thing as a money dance at a wedding.
That's
really?
right. Oh, yeah.
But anybody would give you money or just...
Yeah.
Yeah, just anybody.
Wow.
So you get, like, a little clothespin or whatever.
Paul, how much money would you make on your birthday at Central?
Oh, I never did it.
Oh, why not?
I'm going to go pin a $1 bill on me right now
You
and
should.
see how much I can collect for
That's
the rest
what I'm
of the
saying.
night.
I mean, you basically did that with the roses.
Yeah.
I'm surprised nobody gave you anything.
Yeah, no, well, they did. I got a 10% discount for the mani-pedi. So I got $10 knocked off the price because he goes, it's your birthday, so you get 10% off, which it was an expensive trip, so I got $10 off.
So did the gift card cover it all?
It covered, and I have 20 left.
Okay.
It was $90 total, but it was my birthday, so he knocked it down to $80. So now I have 20 remaining. Yeah.
Well, that's
And he
awesome.
said, "Oh, your husband came in today. I guess it was the same guy. I sold it to you." I'm like, "Yep."
Yep. You sure
That little
did.
romantic guy.
That little romantic guy.
You need to pin a couple bucks to your shirt.
I am. I'm going to go get some pens and some. I hope I have some dollars somewhere.
I might do that tomorrow. It's not my birthday,
Just
but
walk
just to
around?
see what happens.
Just do it.
Walk around with some dollars on you, see if anybody.
I thought that idea. I never knew people did that, but I love that idea.
That's a thing. It was a thing at Broadmoor, at least. I figured it was a thing at Sherwood,
No,
too.
we didn't do
but
it.
you were in the
Maybe we were too
GT.
little.
You were in the Gifted and Talented program. I wasn't, so.
Aw.
Well, I've now done another really good thing here.
Well, thank you very much.
You're-
Thanks for calling. Thanks,
I'm
Paul and Muso and Ryan
And Muso.
for joining Matt and singing to me.
I'm looking forward to my thank you tonight.
Goodbye.
See you later. You think I'm actually gonna like go buy roses and stuff and not,
I mean, come on. Are you kidding me?
I'm going to a manicure pedicure place today.
Ulterior motives.
So what do you think?
All
I mean,
through that.
Like, you know what else I did last night? I got you know what I did this morning? Had a happy birthday banner strung across the fireplace, with the mantle, right? I had a big happy birthday balloon, like a giant happy birthday balloon. And then
She loves that stuff.
And then I had like a little happy birthday balloon. You know, like the little balloon that's like this big and it's like got the plastic stick
Mhm.
on it. Had that like on her steering wheel when she got in her car. Had the flowers delivered. Petty. Bruh.
That's pretty good.
Look, birthdays for her are a big deal, man. It's a big deal.
Listen, I went to Drew's, and I saw firsthand.
Exactly. You've seen it.
I got pictures and video of this. It's unbelievable, and everything was handmade.
Yes.
I felt like I was at the party store.
Birthdays are a big deal at Casa de Scone. Big deal. Looking forward to my thank you later.
Mm-hmm.
We'll wrap up next with Ask Ryan. Get your questions for Terrio. We'll wrap up next. AFR.
AFR.
Brought to you by River City's 1 Hour Air, where they're always on time or you don't pay a dime. 752-0001, 752-0001 for River City's 1 Hour Air. Listen, we're heading into the weekend. Obviously, it's 5:45 on a Friday. And maybe this weekend, hopefully not. Knock on Formica. But if your AC does go out, remember, call River City's 1 Hour Air. They work nights, they work holidays, they work weekends, and they will never charge you extra to come out nights, holidays, or weekends. So if you find yourself in a bind, you're sweating in your house, don't. Let River City's 1 Hour Air take great care of you. 752-0001, 752-0001, or online at onehourbr.com. Spell it out, O-N-E, onehourbr.com. Remember, mention the Moscona special, and they'll save you $25 on any system repair. So if you need work done, just mentioning the show will save you money. At River City's 1 Hour Air, where they're always on time or you don't pay a dime.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
All right, wrapping up a Friday edition of AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. We appreciate you for being here with us. We always wrap up with Ask Ryan. So if you got questions, ask anything about anything, feel free to fire away. You can tweet your questions at Matt Moscona. You can jump at the Bayou Ford YouTube channel and the Watch 1045 ESPN YouTube channel. Or you can always text me in the 225-396-4400. 396-4400. It is time for Ask Ryan. So fire away with your questions. John DeRoche, did the Saints keep Drew Brees too long?
No.
Do you want to elaborate? Because I agree with you.
No, I mean, I think he still had something left in the tank. I thought he played okay. But, I mean, you know, it's not a guy you just kick to the curb right there without any significant injury or significant downfall. And it was a dropped pass or two away from being in the Super Bowl.
Denver won a Super Bowl with Peyton Manning. What have they been since?
Nothing.
Settle. Brother, having a quarterback is the hardest thing to find in the NFL, and the Saints didn't find one for 40 years. When you get one, you ride it until the wheels fall off. And they did. I mean,
yeah.
Breeze had a collapsed lung and 12 broken ribs and all. What it like, bro, you ride that horse for as long as it'll carry you. Chris Copeland, I said, can you explain something with the NIL? What will prevent teams from signing more than 25 players a year? Scholarships can become... Well, I mean, you still have scholarship restrictions. I mean, as long as you have those rules in place where you have scholarship limits, you can't sign more than 25 if you have a hard cap at 25. Gene... Whoop, wrong one, sorry. Well, this is... God, dog it. Sorry. God... Sorry. You never like scroll down on something and then it keeps refreshing? You go to tap, then it's like refreshed. And, anyway.
Why does it do that?
I don't know. Gene Miguez, ask Ryan, does Dan Bournet have a better voice than Bruce Buffer?
Yeah.
Jake Stockinger, ask Matt. Well, that's not the point of the segment, Jake. Do you remember when you said LSU should consider joining the Big 12? No?
Did you ever say that? Better not have said that.
I would love for someone to produce audio of that. Why in the hell would I ever say that?
No
It's
idea.
the dumbest thing in the world.
That is dumb.
Ask Ryan, do you have a landline?
Nope.
Richard Bruce asked Ryan, on my wife's birthday in April, we woke up and I told her to pack a bag. We got to Destin about noon, stopped for lunch. Wasn't until we were driving home 3 days later I told my wife I booked the Airbnb at that lunch. Aren't unplanned trips the best?
They are. That's awesome. Good for you.
I mean, it feels like he just wanted to tell his story.
Yeah, he did. That's fine. It's a good story.
But that was also in April. Like, you can get places at the beach in April. You can't get places at the beach
a week before school starts.
Or like the day you're driving to the beach in July. Andrew Lutz asked Ryan, what was your favorite city to travel to in the pros?
I really liked Miami. I really liked LA. Probably one of those two.
Get your questions in for Ask Ryan. Got to remind you about Hudco Roofing. Hudco Roofing. You know what? I just realized that. Bro, you have been doing this entire show with your Hudco hat on backwards.
No, I had it on frontwards for a little while.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
When did you turn it backwards?
When I didn't like it going in front like this.
But you know, when people are watching, they can't see the logo if it's on backwards.
They can see it now.
Yeah, they can. HudcoRoofing.com. Go to the website. Right there on the homepage, you'll see two jokers. That's you and me.
Look at us.
There we are right there on the homepage of HudcoRoofing.com. Your roof replacement specialist. How about a free, no-obligation roofing inspection? How about that?
You should do that.
What happens with that?
We come out, check out your roof, see if there's any damage. If there is damage, and we kind of steer you in the right direction, whether it be insurance or maybe just a repair that we need to get done on your roof.
HudcoRoofing.com, Louisiana company using Louisiana shingles, hiring Louisiana people. It's Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Go to the website, contact tab right there to set up your free, no obligation roofing inspection at HudcoRoofing.com. Do business with someone you know.
You should do business with someone you know.
I stole your line, sorry. I'm just used to saying it. Let's see. Sorry, I got to open up my text again. Ask Ryan, what's your favorite adult beverage?
Probably good beer. Good cold beer.
Ask Ryan, should Matt stop wearing shirts with horizontal stripes?
I don't think so.
These aren't horizontal. This is a
That's
plaid
That's a
pattern.
It's a plaid pattern.
Ask Ryan, does Matt mention his Cubs and Yankees bet with Mac too much?
Only when we talk about the Cubs and the
I mean, I feel like I only mention that maybe a handful of times a year.
Yeah, not often. Beginning of the season and the end.
Yeah.
Maybe once or twice during the middle.
All right. Good do it for us. Muse, Paulie, thanks so much. Have an awesome weekend. You miss anything AFR on demand, check it out at 1045espn.com. We'll see you Monday at 3. AFR.
AFR.
As we get on down the road, remind you about the Aesthetic Medicine and Anti-Aging Clinics of Louisiana. Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, Ambassador Caffrey in Lafayette, and online at theantiagingclinics.com, theantiagingclinics.com. They always have great monthly specials. The July specials now have expired, but this is a great time for me to remind you that they always do free testosterone level checks, and hormone replacement therapy is really the staple of what they do. I mean, there's so many different products and services that they offer, from VeloShape and UltraShape, if it's body contouring or filler or whatever it may be, laser, hair removal, other great laser treatments, skin facial rejuvenation. But hormone replacement therapy is something that if you don't feel like your younger self, it can be like drinking from the fountain of youth. It can make you feel with youthful energy levels like you once did. Learn more. Simple blood test can let you know if you're a candidate. TheAntiagingClinics.com.